Hello gamers, coming at you with another scrolling through the feed video. It's been a while, but coming at you with some positive news, especially with the just announcement of Sony just canceling their PSN linking system for PC players. That means it's time for me to get back to downloading Helldivers and enjoying myself. But this wasn't out of mercy, it was out of pure player influence, cause like bam! People just fucking dropped Helldivers out of nowhere. Or I should say out of nowhere, but it was pretty much planned just because they were announcing the PSN thing on May 6th, and then after collective community back and forth, we have arrived to where we are today, which is me having to download Helldivers after I make this video. Because if you don't know, my part for this whole ban thing is I literally just uninstalled and I haven't played for 2 days, and I literally posted on my Twitter, follow me at HollowTZ. I usually post there if I don't post on the YouTube or community board of the YouTube after a bit, but it is what it is, and let's get to the next topic. Leaving one corporate mess and entering another, we visit Niji Sanji, where actually everything is imploding on the EN branch. And unsurprisingly, I was, surprised to see that the Japan branch is doing actually fairly well. EN branch, however, is not doing so well, with controversy after controversy, so much so that they're looking to just shovel in new talent to replace the already controversial talent that they have. And at some point you think the absurdity would just stop, but no, it just kind of keeps going, especially when I found this one clip about how they just pretty much let their talent suffer under tax evasion for 2 years. Now she's kind of just left to pay the taxes off by herself. But hopefully with the new I guess debut or her appearance, hopefully she'll be able to get that sorted or talk that through and get that all settled, because I'm not gonna lie, owning the IRS or government is the scariest fucking thing imaginable, in my opinion.
So we had a whole system set up, and basically for 2 years, I never spent any money out of my own wallet to pay the tax. I did send I did file them, but I never really spent money because every month they took 10% anyways for my taxes, right? And that's what we discussed, and it was written even that it's oh yeah, they took money for taxes. It's not oh, it's just a verbal thing, you don't know if they did. They did. There's written proof that they did. So I never really spent any money out of my own wallet because it's already deducted, right? And then TLDR, 2 years later, I got sent a letter from my local government that I have actually been avoiding taxes. And they were onto my ass. They were hey, by the way, you haven't paid your taxes in 2 years. And according to your report, you have earned a significant amount compared to your last paid taxes. And you are late by 2 years, so we will have to add interest fees. And that's when I start shitting myself a little bit, because I was what do you mean I haven't paid? I have paid. And what? And in the paper it said if you do not sort your shit in a week, we will have to bring you to court. And as you can tell, I am insanely paranoid. I am very, very paranoid about going to jail. I'm very paranoid of money. So now, the fact that it's money and jail, I shat myself. I had such a mental mind break, dude. I freaked out so hard.
Yeah, I don't blame her for freaking out. I'd fucking freak out if I was in that same situation. Especially so if you already had a company that was supposed to be handling everything and they just didn't fucking do shit. So you'd really wonder what exactly did they do for you besides just giving you the model, maybe a PC, or just a little boost in the algorithm. But either way, you can only have so much, I guess, from Niji Sanji to help you out. Especially with the Doki Bird situation that I just barely covered not too long ago. Maybe it was a few weeks ago, where they she spent out of pocket for a majority of it, and she also even just got pretty much just fucking reamed on releasing anything or any events. So yeah, I'm not really sure why you'd choose Niji Sanji to be manager material, especially when they you know, pick and choose who gets what, you know, it just seems really off. Along with the fact that like you just have to like choose what you can play as well. Because so for some whatever reason, like the company can choose like what you can play and what you can't, when it's honestly not that big of a deal unless it's like something like super like company corporate new, that or like anything dealing with like music shit. Because I feel like that's just asking for trouble with DMCA and all the lawyers and all that. You know, especially with like the way GTA and all that, like they lose and or go through music because of like DMCA or like, you know, owners' rights, whatever have you. But yeah, besides those things, I couldn't imagine a company, you know, telling you not to play a certain game unless they're just like, you know, inherently evil, or just like, you know what, we don't want to risk it. We're just gonna restrict people on a leash, no matter what. And I just found that really interesting because I was watching Doki stream Sandland, and I was like, damn, they wouldn't let her play Bandai games. That's fucking wild. Because like Tekken 8 just barely released. That means I couldn't play Tekken 8 if I signed up for Niji Sanji. That'd be fucking depressing as fuck. That's just straight facts.
Like a huge shout out for Bandai for giving us these codes, as well as the collectors sending me a collector's edition of the game. I really honestly did not expect it. I don't know if you guys know this, but like Bandai was like one of the games I couldn't really play back then because, you know, perms. So I was like super surprised. Not gonna lie, I was so surprised with how supportive they've been with Sandland, and how supportive they've been of me like playing like a lot of their other games, because I've always wanted to play like Digimon games before then, but I couldn't. So like it's really I'm really thankful for Bandai to like, you know, supporting me, be like encouraging me to play more Bandai games as well. So yeah, thank you again. I really appreciate it, because like that means I can finally play like Digimon World. Like
So yeah, just hearing that just drove me like to two thoughts in the immediate vicinity. One, the fact that like, you know, the company can just like look over whatever game list you send in, and then like either accept and or veto whatever games that you can or cannot play. That's fucking wild. And two, that all 177 countries pretty much have Sony VTuber perm bans. Just like they're not allowed to play Helldivers 2 because Sony said so, but they didn't give him a new model or anything to do anything with.
Yeah, it's getting hard for me to keep my head straight. Had a heavy heart, now I'm carrying dead weight. Digging my own grave, I did it my own way. I'm buried alive with all the shit that I don't say. It's deeper than 6 feet, I'm barely alive. My apartment is a coffin that I'm carried inside. And I'm coughing cause I'm off and off of various highs. Got me wondering, does anybody care if he dies?